Good morning, PGA DFS and golf betting fans. While I'm nowhere near as good as that as Robin Williams was in Good Morning Vietnam, I'll give you my best impression here this week as it is the Open Championship week. It is my second favorite week of the year. Now, US Open had the country club this year, so maybe that got a little bit of an extra boost because I love that golf course. I always have. Plus, I'm from New England, so we don't get many US Opens or major championships. But typically, it's always the Masters. I love that event. I love that golf course. And then it's the Open Championship. We go over the pond for a week. It's totally different golf than what we're used to over here in the States. And I think it's just a true test of golf. And not only that, but this year, the tournament's being played at the home of golf, St. Andrews Golf Club. And this is the course and player preview for this week. So we're going to go over a little bit of the specifics on St. Andrews. Go over the players that are going to be competing and my first clicks for the week. So let's go ahead and dive right into the short form video sponsored by PrizePicks. While they don't have contests up quite yet, it is a site that I am loving each and every week. Great way to take advantage of leans that you have. I'll explain more in just a little bit about PrizePicks after we go into some specifics about St. Andrews. Again, I am Jason Rouslin at DFS Golfer 23 for the Stokastic YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and dive right in. This is the 150th Open Championship. It is being played for the 30th time at St. Andrews Golf Club. It's a par 72, measuring 7,300 yards or just under. Here's a wicked interesting fact. I pulled out my New England wicked there. But nonetheless, it has only had 350 yards added since its first showing back in the 1800s. That's right, it was a par 72, just under 7,000 yards back then, and it's only added 350 yards over the last 150 or more years. Absolutely crazy that an event can still be played here and the winning score isn't 40 under each week. A par 72, 7,300 yards. Driving accuracy, very easy to hit the fairways here at St. Andrews. 71% in 2015. Greens in regulation, also very easy to hit, but that's where it starts to get tricky. It's 70% greens in regulation, but they are some of the biggest greens in the entire world, or at least where the golfers play. So short game touch on this firm and fast layout will be vital this week. Now let's go over a little bit about the holes here at St. Andrews, which again is hosting the Open Championship for the 30th time. The par 4 5th, the par 3 8th, the par 4 13th, the par 4 15th, the par 4 16th, all difficult holes. None of them will even come close to as hard as the road hole, the par 4 17th. In fact, in 2015, are you ready for this? The first time I have ever seen this. It had negative DFS points scored on it. That's right, negative DFS points. You can see the exact numbers in my first cut article that is, of course, free each and every week on the Stokastic website. But just so you can know, in 2015, there were only 9 birdies for the entire event on the hole compared to 203 pars. Not bad, right? You'd think, okay. 217 bogeys, more bogeys than pars, and just about 4 times as many doubles as birdies, 32 doubles or worse. Compared to just 9 birdies. Crazy hard hole is that road hole. Now to the easy holes, well, there are a significant amount of them, at least 6 or 7 that get over 7% of the total scoring. The par 4 first, the par 4 third, the par 4 fifth, the par 4 sixth, the par 4 seventh, the par 4 ninth. All very gettable scoring holes. All of them had well over 100 birdies in 2015 in this event. Par 4 ninth, par 4 10th, par 4 par 5 14th, and the drivable par 4 18th are going to be the easiest holes this week. Now, the Open Championship was not played here last year, but given how easy it was, given there were really no weather elements, I expect scoring to be very similar, if not maybe even a little bit better. So Colin Morikawa's was the top DFS scorer last year, coming in at 120 points. Jordan Spieth was just under him around 116. And in fact, their 9,200 salary and 8,700 salary for the two of them makes me cry every time I look at it, given that they were so easy to get in a lineup together, and somehow I did not win the million. Man, is that a good or a bad sign? most people would say that's a bad sign when your two favorite golfers come 1 and 2. You still couldn't pull out a win. Nonetheless, I had a very good year. Just didn't win the million. Okay, average top 10 score is 95.5 last year. Again, no weather. This is what happens. The top 10 salary was just about 8,800. So Spieth and Morikawa, 92 and 87. That's about the average there. But other than them, also other big names came in. Jon Rahm was up there as well. Now, there of course are going to be some low-owned guys. Emiliano Grillo was one of them, as the average ownership came in around 10.75% for the top 10, which is actually quite high, one of the highest numbers we have. All right, now we go into the grass type here. Everywhere in Scotland where we go, they use a Bermuda mix up there. Top strokes gain stat this week. I have it as strokes short game. Now, the reason why I say that is because most of the time it's going to be putting around the green. So, but we can't really look at strokes gained putting for that. We need to incorporate both of them. And I feel like with the driving accuracy so easy this week, over 70% in greens and regulation, also over 70%, those extreme or prolific ball strikers don't have as much of an advantage given that the field is basically where they are at in each event. So yes, maybe they will hit 80% of their greens and fairways, but it's going to come down to short game here this week. A wedge contest for those easy holes and a short game to be able to make those birdie putts. All right, now let's go into our player preview here. There's 156 players, maybe even more this year here at the Open Championship. We have so much daylight. In fact, I thought that golf would be over by about 1 o'clock Eastern time, but that is not going to happen. The Scottish Open was over around 3:30. Just goes to show you it's 8:30 over there, and they were fine playing golf, had plenty of more daylight, so a ton of time. All 50 of the top-ranked golfers in the world are here. I believe Paul Casey is still in there, and I believe he is going to give it a go this week, so that gives us almost every single golfer in the top 50 here to compete. Of course, everyone in the top 10 in the world is here, including those golfers that joined the Live Tour. They are allowed to play here this week. Now, on to my first clicks. A couple of interesting ones here. Patrick Cantlay. He's 25 to 1 in most books if you start him. And what I love about him is he finally figured out how to play links golf. He had terrible results around the Open Championship, but last week at the Renaissance Club, I finally saw Patrick Cantlay weather bad weather. He was in the bad wave, had the worst of the weather on Thursday afternoon, played pretty well, stuck around all week, then made the jump on Sunday, made a really good move there. Just a couple of missed putts on the back nine, but I really think Cantlay could be ready to take that next step. 25 to 1. Now, Collin Morikawa. He's the defending Open champion. Coming off of a missed cut where he looked pretty bad at the Scottish. However, there's no weather elements like we had last year. Of course, that Morikawa may not miss any fairways on this week. He bounced back from a bad performance at the Scottish last year. We basically came in last. He didn't make the cut, but came in last. Well, he's at 30 to 1. Now, typically, if he was in good form coming into this, he'd be half of that. So I like the value there, if nothing else. Now, again, is it hard to repeat as Open champion? It sure is. But still, I like the value. We know that if he was playing good, he'd be half those odds. All right, now my two long shots. First one I'm going to talk about is Jo Hyung Kim. Now, if you guys follow me or watched this video last week, you guys already know about Jo Hyung Tom Kim, who goes by the nickname Tom because he is a Thomas the Tank Engine fan, and as someone might say, built a little bit like a train as well, built like Thomas. If you haven't seen him yet, well, he's got a very Sung Jae Im type build, maybe a little hefty around some parts, but his game, well, that's hefty as well. He could be a budding star, just 20 years old, coming off his career best finish, a third place on the PGA Tour, which gets him very, very close to special temporary membership. He's also got a top 25 at the U.S. Open and a top 20 at the Charles Schwab Challenge. So just one more made cut, and I believe he will earn that special temporary membership, get himself a few more starts towards the end of the season on the PGA Tour. Now, he was 300 to 1 yesterday afternoon before that back nine run that he put in. Now he's only at 151. This is on DraftKings Sportsbook. So make sure you check OddsShopper because some books may not know about this kid yet, and you want to take advantage. I believe he's in for another good week here at St. Andrews this week. And a little bonus, since I typically only do 3, Cantlay, Morikawa, Kim would be the 3, but one of my golfers just qualified for the Open Championship last week with a fantastic Sunday. This is not the first, second, or third time that he has performed on a Sunday, but the 4th in his rookie season on the PGA Tour. It is Brandon Wu, another fantastic Sunday shot, 3 under 67 to move himself into a tie for 6th and get him one of those 3 spots in the Open Championship here this week, awarded to players that finished inside of the top 10 and were not already qualified. So he's coming in at 400 to 1, the exact same price that we got Joe Young Kim last week. Again, we're not looking for a win here. We're looking for something inside of the top 40 or 20. And with Wu's form, he was one of the leaders in greens and regulation. He can get nuclear hot with the putter, and his around the green game is also good. So let's fire up Brandon Wu 400 to 1 this week. He's not priced on DraftKings as of right now. This is 9 o'clock on Monday. He'll be added to the player pool probably within the next few hours. I got him coming in around 6,200. Okay, that's going to do it here for my course and player preview this week on the Stokastic YouTube channel. Again, find me on Twitter at DFSGolfer23. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel here, and also the OddsChecker YouTube channel. I just mentioned how important that tool is to find the best line on the golfer that you're looking to bet on. The OddsChecker YouTube channel will go over some of that stuff as well this week. You can check my buddy Ben Raza on that quite a bit. Also, PrizePicks, I mentioned up at the top last week. So the thing about PrizePicks is when they put out their lines in the morning, all of the golfers are the same line. So if there's a weather advantage, it's a great place to take advantage of it. I took advantage of it full force on Thursday with the afternoon wave, playing 3 strokes harder than the morning wave. The over number on all of those golfers hit, and I had a very good day there. So if you haven't played at PrizePicks, now is the time to do so. Use promo code OSMO to get a $100 match on your first deposit. And what they are is a player props-based contest, as I already mentioned. Some of those props can be, it's a round-by-round basis as well, so not full log. So the first round, they set a line of either birdies or better, a birdies or better matchup, or strokes, so the number of strokes that a golfer will go. And all you do is pick over or under on those. Also, if you like other sports and into that, they offer all of them: MLB, NFL futures, WNBA, Summer Basketball League, tennis, you name it, they've got it on PrizePicks. So if you haven't played over there, check them out in the Google Store or App Store, or of course online at PrizePicks.com. So thank you to them for the continued support, and also want to let you guys know about our upcoming shows this week. The PGA DFS Live Before Lock show with Ben Raza and I. That is as close to a live before lock we'll get in golf as possible. That's on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eric Lindquist and Ben will be on the PGA DFS Strategy Show tomorrow, Tuesday. And of course, my values and sleepers videos, well, those will be coming out likely today. This is Monday, so we'll likely be doing them just a little bit later on today since we have basically all of the information. So until next time, everybody, good luck this week at the Open Championship. Win that million, or at least split it with me, of course. And good luck. We will see you on the other side, everybody. Cheers.